see. Ooh. Oh, is that a thing? Oh, I think that's a thing. That's a thing. Something's a thing. I think we're streaming, Luke. Isn't it terrible how sketchy this process is, and so all your viewers have to sort of see the sketchiness that is going live? I always assumed it would just be super seamless, but that's not the truth. All right, I'm gonna go here. I'm just gonna let a few homeboys know. Homeboys.
I'm just gonna check you for audio.
Yeah, you should do that. I'm good. How are you?
Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know about that. I know I'm sending audio. How about that? I'm positive.
We're good.
Okay, we're good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you know, I love two-factor.
It's so nice.
I love two-factor authentication in spirit, but I really dislike it in practice.
Well, have you read that they're going to mandate two-factor authentication for all banking in Canada?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. And they're going to start offering an optional three-factor with a physical.
Well, I already have physical.
Yeah.
So technically I have two-factor. One's biometric and one's user pass. But, yeah.
Soon it'll all be retinal DNA or something, so.
Yeah, whatever happened to those retinal scans, and then I have to worry about some crazy, ex-FSB agent messing with my head. That'd be cool, right?
That's the plot of GoldenEye.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And then somebody will code me something that says something about boobies on the screen. I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, you put your hands up. I know it'll be you, Luke. That's no shock or surprise.
You like my little ponytail?
Yeah, sure. Your little top knot. Your little whatever that is.
It's better than my current COVID catastrophe. Let's call it.
I need to go and get this COVID catastrophe worked up.
Oh, dude.
Dude. Yeah, I know. I even had to shave down to the cop stash today because allergies are bad. My mask is like getting up in my grill at night, and my whiskers go up my nose, and then I'm all night long. And
my left eye or my right eye has been cattywampus.
Have you been twitchy for 3 days? Yeah, I've got a sinus infection. I think I'm working on now, and so this.
And dude, it doesn't help that I've been marathoning Discovery, so I'm pretty paranoid about spores.
I stopped doing that to Discovery for that very reason. But I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure that if I went to Gloucester, Massachusetts, I could probably catch tuna like a motherfucker. I mean, I've watched enough Wicked Tuna. I think I got it under control. Wicked Pissa style.
Wicked Pissa.
I think we could do it.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey, I need a big dude on my boat. Who else am I going to use to pull the things out of the water? There's like 400 pounds. I need a dude who can manhandle that there pulley and rigging. That's what I need. You saying you're not in my corner?
Sounds like you need a fatso photo.
Sounds like it. You're not in my corner? Or what? I gotta.
Dude, I noticed you got the Jared Poland style fridge magnet now.
No, well, I've had the fridge magnet for a long time. It's just never before. I only switched back to me, not because I'm sick of you, but because I'm sick of how bright my face is. And how craptacular this camera is. So now that's a little less painful to me. It makes you the shining light that is our arrangement here. That's a terrible way to say it. Anyway. So how you been? How you been shooting? What you been shooting? What's new and exciting? We haven't edited
Fuck
for a
all.
little while, and I don't know if you have files that I'm going to edit or not.
Ooh, God, what happened there?
I don't know, but it was interesting. I know I managed to get out today for a little bit. Played a little with a new filter because I haven't had a circular polarizer on my super wide for a while, so got that out of the bag. Yeah, it was good. And Ben and I got to see not just a double rainbow, but a triple rainbow today.
All the way across the sky?
All the way across the sky.
My,
to
oh
edge.
my God.
Triple. It was impressive. The double.
What does it mean?
The double was like, that's actually a triple. I know it's hard to spot, but that's actually
I can
a
see
triple.
the top one.
There are two here at the bottom, and then a third up above. It's a triple. It's a 12.5 degree and a 23 or 20, 23, 22.5, 22.5. It was cool. And the raindrops have rainbows in them too. Check that out.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
We had a monsoon here today. So obviously I didn't go outside.
Yeah, well, this is the storm that that we had driven through. At that time, we had just come out of that storm, and
Cool.
and I was pleased to see the Great White Combine at work. It was pretty crazy. It was a huge storm. Huge storm.
Let me just throw up Lightroom and see if I imported all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was up at the cottage.
Yeah, the first cell that we actually hit was this one. And this one was... It did some wonderful selective cleaning on my windshield. It was great. It's really good. But yeah, my goal today was just to find another... I was looking for another small borderline in existence Alberta town. And that was where we headed out. We headed out to a little place called Radway.
I don't think that I have imported.
Which was great because it solidified my goal for the season. I've been working really hard to try and understand what my personal photographic goal is for the year, and I've been kind of fighting
mediocrity.
Other than total mediocrity, which I may still be able to achieve. But I decided that between the work from last year and the work this year, I am going to put together a little photo book. I'm going to shoot for 30 photographs of these small town businesses that are eking out an existence in these buildings constructed in the 30s, 40s, and into the 50s.
Cool.
These early boom time Alberta buildings that are literally being stretched into new life. Well, not really new life, but sustained life into the 2020s and 2030s. And I mean, some of them, it's questionable, right? Some of them are only recently deceased buildings. You know, they had businesses in them a year ago, and then there are some that are.
So you're going to include COVID fallout?
Well, a lot of these small towns, it isn't COVID fallout; it's just fallout.
It's just that you can't pump a 50-year-old dream for 52 years.
Yeah, like there are places like this. Phil's Shop and Save. Phil didn't have enough sign for the P, so he just replaced the PH with an F. Like
Yeah.
like it's just, and these buildings are distinctly attached and on a single piece of property. This building was used for a thing, and I can tell you, I would be willing to bet that there is a Sears Roebuck house,
Mm-hmm.
or a Sears Roebuck building from the turn of. And so you've got these little places like Phil Shop and Save that are still there, hanging on. And in towns like this one especially, like the local mini mart, man, the Radley
Yeah.
the Radway mini mart couldn't even afford the white paint, but it's still open, like it's still there. It's just not anymore. So yeah, I think there's a few of these photographs that can be made to work. Stylistically, I started down a path last year. I think I want to try and continue that path, with the
That's
editing. I think there's some really neat places. I'm gonna have to get creative, I think, because not all of these
that never killed anybody.
yeah, not all of these buildings are easy to photograph. Ben spotted this one today. I was so proud of him for spotting this. This unbelievable shack.
That's wicked.
Well, what's wicked is number one, parking for Confederates only. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was a funny little add-on to the building. But what really hit me was the signage. And Ben spotted it. I couldn't make it out. And then we caught it. That there is the Parkdale Funeral Home. So, when you've got this little shack that is the Parkdale Funeral Home, yeah, like how do you not want to include something like that, right?
Yeah.
How do you not want
definitely
to
a bunch
call
of
some attention to that little building having served that purpose? I mean, it would have been embarrassing then, I think, personally. like it's just wow. Just a bloody mess is what it is. But yeah. So I've got a few images to work through today, I think.
That's cool, man.
Some
I went up
trouble
to the
ones,
cottage, and I did some. There was some rain, so I played with some light and reflections. And
yeah.
if we need to get to that, I'm currently doing an import of them because I didn't realize that I hadn't imported them until we started talking this evening. So,
Well, that sounds
if
reasonably familiar to our sort of strategy.
yeah, if that
We
gives
tend
you,
to do
if that
everything a
gives you
little late in the game.
perspective. Yeah,
I mean,
right?
I'm like
And
7:30.
took
I'm like, hey,
photos.
should we stream tonight? 9:45. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I took these photos like a week ago.
Right. Give me.
And
I'm just
it's
gonna
the-
grab
and
a
it's
water.
the first time
I'm
I've
listening.
plugged my camera in. But yeah, I'll go throw this up. I don't know if we can
I'm just gonna grab a bottle of water from the cooler I
go
bought
over to
today.
this. You can see me.
I'm gonna grab a beer because we started this.
Some of this stuff. I don't know if
So
you can see
rapidly.
the import. I don't know how much of the screen you can see there.
What am I drinking?
Drink a stout. This is outside of a weed shop here in town. I thought shot some interesting silhouettes of that, and a little playing with the.
Oh
Holy
shit! This
light.
is gonna go bad if I don't drink it. That's an English special bitter from a year ago. I gotta drink that shit.
Yeah, yes you do.
I'm gonna grab me a English pint glass, but yeah, if you want to skate through some of those real quick and maybe flag something you
Full
want
on.
to work on.
Full-on police incident. Well, I'm still in the import process, so I can't really see too much. But I did get a few things that this is dark, but I tend to shoot dark. But it's trying to do something here. We might look at that one later. Let's see what else we got here. Some interesting shots of the village.
Well, I'm gonna go through mine while you're doing those ones.
Nintendo Switch and Miracle Whip while I was configuring my camera.
And I'm gonna pick
some.
I'm gonna pick a half dozen from my set here that I want to work over.
This didn't turn out how I wanted it to, which is unfortunate.
Well, that does happen, right? I mean, I'd like to think that we're all exceptionally skilled at this, but the truth is we do our best, and I think that's the one. Might pick that one as well. I don't like that image. That one makes me smile a little, so I'll keep that in the list for the moment.
Let's see.
What's
the
that?
most interesting part of these sequences from here on,
Yeah,
is I was out shooting with my kid. The kid grabbed me and she's like, "Can we please go to shoot pictures?" And I immediately obliged.
yeah, that is the only acceptable answer to that question. Yeah, Ben actually didn't shoot at all today. He wasn't particularly interested in shooting. He just felt the need to get out of the house, and so we took a nice long drive and put 300 kilometers and 3.5 hours on the vehicle, and
On the Subi?
On the Subi, and that was great. I am drinking Westminster Tabby. And
I got a bottle of Westmall right beside me that you could drink.
Westminster Tabby ESB. Yeah, ESB from Alley Cat. This was probably brewed. God, this is part of their Back Alley Brews series. It's not marked on the bottle. I have a funny feeling this is a 2018 or a 2019 beer. I didn't stir up the shit at the bottom, so it's nice and clear. Looking good. Crispy. That's not bad at all. Smells something fierce. It's got that sweet grain that I expect out of a good ESB. Oh, and it's still good. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, if you're wanting to see sort of what I'm looking at, I'm just trying to sort of tab through here. So as I said, I was playing with the new circular polarizer that I finally managed to get my hands on. And I pulled up on the road and got a couple of these super weird, ultra uncomfortably distorted images. And then I thought, well, you know what? If I cross the street and get in the ditch, I should be able to get it with some of the cattails in the grass. So that's where I decided I would go with this one. The only downside is that there are power lines but no power poles in this image. But that's okay. We'll figure that out. You got to get power in a small town, and apparently that's how you do it. Park next to a humming...
What you can't tell is inside those three things are mice on wheels.
Yeah, full of PCBs that have been sitting there chowing down on PCBs for the last 15 years. So I got a few of those. I still want to do the double of fills. Fills, I did take 3 images. I think what I'm going to do is just I'm gonna do the old-fashioned HDR merge.
Control H.
And let Lightroom...
You know why it's Control H? Because it's
Control HDR.
your hero complex.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I'm going to go with that. I should have clicked the create stack button. I always forget, but that's okay. So we'll stack these, and I officially crossed the 10,000 image mark on my brand new RP. I hit DCIM 101 today, so yeah, it was a little spooky actually. I couldn't believe it. My file numbers have recycled, so I'm back to image 1. That was weird. That was super weird. It causes all kinds of problems down the road. So I'm gonna I want to try and fix that problem. So I'm just gonna restack these. Put these in a stack. Can I stack? Group to stack. Okay. So that's actually the one I'm gonna pick, and we're gonna do something with. This little place was super cute. It's actually the local tavern. But it also looks like it's a house. I think one side of it is the owner's personal property and the other side is a bar.
Okay, I have to stop editing my photos or I'm going to be useless.
Well, you're going to be doing that on screen in a few because I think you need to full screen your edit too. I'm just going to do the photo merge on this one as well. This is just a 2-frame. That's something else I've been trying to do a little bit lately is trying to just snag little HDR 2-frames, shoot one two stops under and 1 stop over, just as a way to make sure that you get the sky in there. This one, it doesn't look like that merging worked so well. There's some weird ghosting stuff going on. Let's see if that makes it any better. That does make it a little. That makes it a little better.
I'm gonna stay here.
I'm gonna do no ghosting and see what happens.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
So I tried my hand at taking some pictures of stars.
Oh, you did? Well, we got to try a couple of those.
They are all terrible. But I learned some really interesting shit.
It is a challenge, and do not be put off by the challenge. It genuinely is a challenge. Learning to
sufficiently dark on a tripod without tracking and not having vertical lines, I achieved 1 photo.
Yeah, you're gonna get trails. I mean, that's just the name of the game, is you're gonna get trails. So the trick is, how do you get minimal trails while still getting good data? And I think that's something that we're gonna have to do. We're going to end up having to do an entire edit session on just Astro stuff at some point, because it really is much more complicated than it seems. So I'm going to grab that one. We're going to do any outdoor stuff. Is there anything here that's worth... No, those are boring AF. The highway, I was really hoping for an image or two that wouldn't totally suck there, but still sucks. So I'm not going to worry about those. The vertical, no, that sucks too. That sucks equally.
Right. I don't know. They got some potential.
There's just so much gray, and it's so flat. Like, there's really nothing in that. I would rather spend the energy on an image like this one if I'm going to do that. I think at least this one's got... There's a little bit of interest there. It's not necessarily a lot, but there's a little bit. We'll tag that one as a pick anyway. So looking at my flag, those would be the images from today that I would wanna play with a little bit more.
Let's maximize you out.
Yeah, so what does it look like on yours? What do you got?
I'm not even halfway through the flag.
You're not even through flagging?
No, dude, I shot like 412 images since I've offloaded this card.
Well, I mean, for sure, I've had a few. Oh, that's right. There were a couple in here that I needed to show you from last week that you didn't get to see. I did go out.
Oh my god.
I did go out and check out some cars.
I've got one to show you too.
I got out and checked out some cars.
Cool.
Somebody had a little Super 7 out. I thought this was one of my favorites of the day. Turns out I knew the owner. I was fawning over his car, and then he walked over, and I realized who it was, and he didn't know me, but he was one of my close friends from high school. It's one of his Colin's dad owns this Morris Minor, and it is in absolutely mint condition. I mean, a mint condition Morris Minor is one thing. A mint condition Morris Minor in Edmonton is a completely different thing. And it is mint.
Wow.
Look at the interior. Mint. And the turn signals work. And they pop out the side of the car, man. Well, the Morris, they pop out this little slit behind the driver's door.
Yep.
They pop out the side when you flick the lever. Ben was a very happy camper when he saw this. I almost used this for last week's Plains special tiebreaker image.
Yeah, just switch the video feed over and see what I was going to use.
Oh, I see something back there that looks a little old school. Yeah. Is that a Widowmaker?
It sure is.
104. What's the little one beside it?
I have no idea.
That looks like...
But that is Tiger.
Yeah, but it looks like... Oh, what was it? YF... Oh god, it looks like the series built after Jaeger worked on Glennis. It was like the early F series. Single seat high powered high performance jet with those itty bitty little wings.
It's a rocket ship.
Yeah, basically it was a rocket with a cockpit.
But yeah, you see, I caught my positioning wasn't great. Sorry, my position wasn't great, but
that's all right.
Crab.
I do need your help on something. I can't ID a car, and it's been killing me for a week and a half. And if anybody's watching, help me ID this car.
Let's go over to your window. Maybe. That's a Jag.
That's no Jag.
Wait a minute. No. That's a Saab.
That's not a Saab. There is no way that is a right-hand drive Saab.
Hold on.
Yeah. That is an executive class saloon car from Japan. No doubt, early 80s. But I can't tell what. I don't know if it's a Nissan or a Toyota. The bumper is no help. I was sure it was a Crown. A Toyota Crown. But the taillights are wrong for a Crown. They swoop the other direction on a Crown. They swoop up, not down. Like they are.
Go back to the side panels. Go up from there. Square headlights are round.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, they're around the corner. Okay, so it's not a Corolla.
Corolla?
It's not a Corolla.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because theirs were round. Theirs were much more like the early Supras. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll send you the picture, and you can take a look offline and see what you can find. There were some.
Yeah,
there was some.
It's not a Corolla.
There was some classic chrome Ford action around there.
It's a 1956.
I think it's 54 or 56, but there was this one. 19. That's a 23. That's a little 23 Ford. Big fan of the front end of the Buick.
My problem with that vehicle is the door.
Yeah, it's the wrong tone. And I don't know why. This is a
very common mistake that happens. The restoration process or the hot rod process
done in parts.
You will typically paint the body and the doors at a different time.
Yeah, and if your guy is not painting well, you'll get different levels of sheen.
It's not even well. The body is typically painted from side to side, like horizontally.
Yeah.
And if the door is on, and you can see on the fender.
Yeah.
Look, you can see on the front cowl.
That little bit of overspray right there.
That's overspray.
Yeah.
So those doors, and it looks like the back of it was painted and it was masked, and it was done poorly, and it pisses me off.
Yeah. I thought you might
put that much money into a car and then fuck about to save $2,000 on a paint job.
Yeah. Was happy to see this.
Mo power.
Everybody needs a little Roadrunner in their life. This big dog was
51.
Yeah.
Is that a 51 Merc?
Yep. This grill was part of that hot rod innovation, right? Because that wasn't stock.
Yeah.
This was parked right next to it.
That's a beautiful car.
With this rainbow pearl flake, it was something else.
Yeah, it's by a company called House of Color.
Yeah,
that's the manufacturer of that paint.
There you go. We were very impressed by this guy.
Yeah,
good looking car.
The only problem with that car is the Alberta license plate.
Yeah, for sure. It had a twin. Was this guy? But this guy, that little guy right there, had a serious piece of hardware in the trunk.
Is that a fucking 600 GSXR motor?
No. It is a little two-stroker, about 12 horsepower or something, but with a starter and EFI, so that it could be driven by his wife.
There you go.
It was pretty impressive. And then, of course, every car show has to have a big hot rod.
Yep.
Right? So we shoved my kid in it.
Big boy toys.
Mm-hmm.
Was your kid aware that has enough thrust to throw him out the back of it?
Yes. And he's aware that it goes a quarter mile in 5.2 seconds.
Yeah.
We will be
stopped.
As a result of this little adventure of Max getting to check out the Nitro funny car, we got an invite to go down to the Hot August Nights drag show on the 14th. So I'm going to be shooting. Yeah. So I'm going to be shooting some photos at the drags on the 14th, and the boys are going to be coming down with some earmuffs, which should be fun.
Just the first Nitro pass. Just don't forget to have them.
I won't have them put any earplugs in until after that. They have to experience one full throttle launch from the front trap, right, from
Yeah.
the start box, at the wall. After that, they can go whatever, top row, earplugs, had a toque,
You
helmet,
want so you want to be slightly in front of the starting
so you can hear both cars.
because because the nitro will make their eyes hurt so bad that they'll be like, because they're not used to it.
That's true.
So you want to be ahead of that.
That's true. Until
Far
when
enough
once
that they're assaulted by the sound, and then as the cars go by and they get hit by a wall of fucking nitromethane, and they're like, ah!
and then you can
have
go,
to get
ooh, he won, before they have their hands up over their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun.
Nitromethane is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. It was something. So yeah, we did the cars, and we also went to a new favorite place. I showed you photos of this the other day. That's not one of them. That's Max running from Benfart. We went and found this lovely forest up by Whitecourt that ended up in the middle of a canyon that looked like Narnia. So these are up on my Flickr, but thought I'd share them here anyway. I couldn't wait. I came back and I had to have these edited, so I just started banging out edits when I got home. I didn't want to leave these waiting. Ben's got an image of this that's far better than mine on his Flickr. But really nice place, just a stone's throw from home. So it's a place I'll be back to before the season's out for sure. And likely a few times over the winter. So have you flagged now?
No, dude, I was looking at yours. I'm working on flagging right now.
All right. Yeah, so
let's build the barn, bud.
Yeah, I think that mill is sort of the first step on my list of shit to do.
Yeah, a mill to an Alberta guy is a barn to every other guy.
Well, that may be true. That may be true. I can't argue that. I think I'm probably gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna mess with the. I don't think I'm gonna mess with the crop too much, but I am gonna straighten it out a bit. It didn't feel crooked at the time, but it does in the image feel a little crooked. Well, let's see if any of these make anything look better. I need to go back in time and recover some of my old presets, I think.
Throw Angry Wilkinson on it just to see what it... No,
kind of makes it a little blue. It's a little blue. I think this one, like, normally I would be inclined to take this and push it into black and white, but I don't think black and white is going to treat it very well.
No,
it just...
Dude, I think honestly what you want to do with this photo is you want to make the sky work and then everything else work after that.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be the case. And that sky working may be as simple as getting that blue put right. And giving it enough beans that it sings a little bit.
Let's flag that one.
So if we go there...
Oh yeah, the fucking crime scene. I forgot about that one.
Oh, you had a crime scene. Ooh.
There was a shooting at a Caribbean food store.
Oh, really? Those are rough.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already halfway there on this now. Now we just need to give it a little crunchiness, I think.
Go into your HSL and change your green. Pull some yellow out of your green. Give it a little.
You mean pull more green out of here, out of the calibration?
Yeah.
I don't know how much. Can't really. There isn't that much green here right now, dude. I think that's part of it, is that right now we don't have a lot of green. But I certainly can try to take some of that redness out of it, but that doesn't really work because it's really golden here right now. That's one of the problems we've experienced this year, is it's dry. Like dry here right now. Like we can take a little of the red and a little of the orange out, but it's not going to give us much in return. I think the other thing I can probably do is I can just simply pull down the exposure in that foreground a bit, and it'll help. Like, it's a simple image. There's not a whole lot to it, right? Like, there's lots of shadow I mean, I think it's just not a rock star, right? I mean, yeah. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Like I can live with that.
Like it ain't bad.
Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna become amazing. Like I don't think there's anything I can do that will just make that amazing.
Whenever you make in my view, whenever you make a photo more muted, and that's what it needs more muted, it's not gonna very often be a banger.
Like, I think it does a great job of telling the story of that particular building.
I agree. I just think that the story is pretty...
It's just small town. It's not big city glam. There's no question about that. And that's something that I'm always sort of trying to keep square, is there's nothing I can do that will make this look like a Lamborghini. So trying is both pointless and probably irresponsible. Right? So I think I'm content to just let that sit like that and be a nice photo of a mill and move on. Because it's also now a heritage site, not a derelict, right? So it doesn't look like it did. It looks better than it did in life. Unlike the mini mart. And this one, I think we can probably do some things to this image.
Okay, let's talk crop.
Yeah.
I think the first place to start on that image is crop.
I've got two captures of this building.
Okay.
I like. I don't dislike this because I like the telephone poles. However, This is a better crop of the building, but then there's zero sky.
I think it's the first image, and I don't like the telephone poles. Wait a minute, maybe I do like the telephone poles.
I think they offer a little bit of balance, and they
cut the white building on the left out, and let me look at that.
Yeah, we can do that. We can. What I can do is move to a 4x5 crop.
Yeah.
Which lets me center this building up a little bit. I can do that. And I think that does make it better. I think from a crop perspective, I think that makes it better. We can take down the intensity on this white at the right.
Yeah, we've done this. We've done this edit before.
Yeah, we've done an edit very much like this.
So I like this as a good starting spot. We might have to retouch the crop.
Which is no big deal.
So crunch the sky.
Well, I was going to say, do we first push it to black and white and then smash the blue in the calibration, right? Do we push this blue into...
I don't know if there's enough action in the sky to do that, man.
I don't know. The little puffy clouds are definitely not quite as exciting as they could be. But we certainly could, with the aid of... That's not what I want. Woo! That's not what I want either. I want to pull those highlights up, but I don't want to pull them up everywhere. I just want to pull them up there. Wow, those are really, really tucked in there, aren't they? Like, boy, oh boy, are they tucked in there. Okay, that was not quite what I had in mind.
Push the color back on.
I want to escape that, and I want to delete this, because that's not doing what we wanted.
No.
Oh, let's go back to the color land. I'm wondering if... Yeah, see, they're really heavily trapped in that blue. So maybe we can't do anything with those.
Give it some sharpness.
Yeah, it's not going to help those clouds any. I don't want to get in and start banging in too much sharpness, because then things go sideways real fast. Like, they can add a little bit of love, but it can get sketchy quick. Yeah, like, those clouds are just... You know what I think it was? Is I think those clouds were starting to get shadowed by the storm coming in. They were up a little higher. And so they're more gray than they are white. So let's see what we can get away with in here. About dialing up some of that. And I don't want to bring the whites up too high. And I don't want to murder anything either. I do want to get that building off to the side here under control. I'm going to take that. I'm going to range mask that for luminance. I'm going to pull this stuff way up here. And then I'll bring the exposure down just on that one piece. I do love the ability to do that. Oh my goodness. The pole gets a little lost now in this. Though we maybe...
A little muddy, yeah.
Like it's
You
getting...
can fix that with a mask, though.
Yeah, we can. I was going to see whether I could do that by bringing up some of the other tones around it that are in that pole, but maybe not. So I do think that's going to have to be masked and then manually adjusted. And I generally don't like doing that. As you see, we've already got a little bit of... It is better. Just got to tweak that mask a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Get the cross as well.
I think what I can do is I can remask this. And just mask it a little more cleanly. Because if I can go from here to here, that should help constrain it a bit. You're thinking this top bar needs to be...
Yeah.
Given a little joy to.
Probably with the auto whitening, it probably is good right now. But it's not. It's not.
I mean, the top is genuinely naturally brighter, so it fits. But I'm starting to come around to what you were thinking earlier. This loses something with all of that dark sky.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy my settings from this. And I'm going to apply them to the tighter version. And see where it gets us as a starting point.
Yeah.
And this is something that's worth playing with. Yeah, I think already this is in a better place.
Okay, can you flatten that out? Do the crop properly, please?
Can I flatten it out and do the crop
Yes,
properly?
straighten it out.
It is straight.
Why do I not see it straight?
Because
What's
the building is 58 years old and it's crooked.
It's annoying.
Roof line is straight. Horizontal at the roof is straight. Sidewalk
Is the
is
door
straight.
square?
And the door is
square.
crooked in the frame
Yeah.
because the windows are straight.
Yep. Door's crooked. That's what throws me off.
And the right side of this big wall here is crooked too. But this is straight, 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 straight. Yeah. I mean, it's that kind of imperfection that I like. So I'm okay with that.
commit to black and white and start smashing fucking sharpness and playing with sat and playing with color and screwing with the green.
Yeah, now let's see what we can do in the mix here to make this more interesting.
Pull shadows. Yeah, you're doing it.
Yeah.
I like that. It's got a little bit of
Whoa.
anger.
Was there something written on there before?
Yeah, it looks like it. What is it?
I don't know.
No. There is absolutely writing there.
Let's just see here. Intro Norton? Noro? There was something written there.
Is that part of the story of this building?
Well, I mean, one might argue that everything that happened is at some point a part of the story of this building, right?
I think the building needs to come up a little bit. It needs to get popped out of the. Yeah.
Yeah, like for sure it does. Absolutely,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I like what you did with the greens. The definition in those bushes to the right is strong.
Yeah.
I like more. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking too. This sign needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, it's gonna need masking, dude. What are you feeling above the bushes? The sort of mud that is there. That roof.
I don't mind it. I don't like that little hot spot from the next block.
Yeah.
Like that I would that I'm going to bring down. Like that I'm going to bring down. And I may not even need to get all fancy with it. Yeah. That's all I needed to do. Just so that it's not calling for attention. Yeah. I don't mind the vehicles on this side calling for attention. They're almost in period.
I wish the white truck wasn't there.
I agree. But I'm gonna follow my gut, and this is something I said to Ben today too. When you go to photograph it, if you scouted it and you see it and you want to go photograph it, and you get there and there's a garbage can in front of the door, do you move the garbage can, or do you come back on another day?
See, I have the active art edit, but it's a lower quality than the stream. So I've just tabbed over to this window.
Yep.
To have a higher quality look at it. I am pretty happy with this photo.
I am too. I just want this sign. This sign is what's screaming for attention right now.
Well, let's zoom in on it a little bit.
It's not going to be an easy tweak, but I think it'll be doable.
Well, everything starts with a high quality mask, Greg.
Yep. I agree.
Oh, goodness.
No, I did not want you to move. I just wanted you to paint that edge in an ever so subtle way.
How long until there is a fucking rectangle tool and a triangle tool?
Well, there is in Photoshop,
Yeah, in Photoshop, this would be easy to mask.
but I don't know.
Honestly, dude, I think Lightroom needs the pen tool.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I agree with you. I think it does. I think it does. And
For God's sakes, make your brush bigger. Thank you.
yeah, no, I already did. But I wanted to isolate those corners so that they didn't get missed or
Yeah.
only partially filled. Because I want to make sure this sign is entirely filled, but not the shadow underneath it. Because I think that would be a bad thing.
Okay, so just because we're gonna try a bunch of shit here.
Yeah.
Now that you've got that selected, make a virtual copy
Yeah, that's a good plan.
so that we don't lose our editing. And that's a good tip to viewers. The create virtual copy is a lifesaver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's. Yeah, you're lightening it. That's what I'm thinking. What if we played with the contrast? Because I don't think grunge is going to help us. Greg, do you have Control E, Shift E open for the loop, so you can see the full size image while you're working it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've got on my second monitor is what you're seeing there. And
Yeah.
so what I'm trying to do is I want to bring up some of the detail, but I don't want it to stand out
I think
as wrong.
But I think it has to get darker.
I agree, but I'm trying to do that without losing the detail in this is the challenge is right
Bring
here.
down your browns. Bring down your oranges and your reds.
I don't know if those apply within the mask. Let's just see if... Yeah, those apply globally. You cannot do that in just the mask.
Like, just this is a good picture. Like,
yeah. Okay, but if I add a little crunch to the sign, that helps. But again, I want to bring that Mini Mart logo up a bit.
there's 2 pieces of wood. Maybe we've got to do 2 treatments.
There's so little difference between them.
But we could drop the... Because there is... Like that... the Mini Mart wants to be darker because there's white lettering, and the Radway wants to be lighter because there's dark lettering. You follow me? What's it hurt to do another mask? Get Radway to look the way that you want it, and then paint Mini Mart, and we'll get that to where we want it.
Sure.
But I think getting them both to do what we want at the same time isn't going to happen.
I don't know if that Radway's going to get where we want. I think we're...
How many DPI are you printing the book at?
Probably 1,200.
Yeah, well...
It'll be fine.
Somebody will notice it, yeah.
It'll be fine.
That looks really good there, dude.
I don't know if I can
Let's-
make that better.
Let's go back.
Like looking at this, I don't think that can be better.
I think in the large, you can see the mini mart. I think that's as good as it's getting, man.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay,
And
so
I'd
I'm happy with the sign.
I'd love to understand what this so clearly looks like. Right? Oh, I know what it is.
What?
I know what it said.
What?
Laundromat.
No way.
LAUNDROM
MAT.
AT.
Yeah.
It was a
I see the T.
laundromat. You see the L now? And the A?
Yep.
And the N?
I see it.
That's what it was. If you kind of squint your eyes a little, you can see it.
I'm pretty happy with this, Greg.
That's the kind of story that I want to be able to tell with these.
What's on the roof?
That? Well, that was a satellite dish.
TV,
That was a satellite dish. That's
a fun thing to include.
That's a Star Choice dish with the wires hanging out.
Yep.
Did we go too far with these cables up here? No, they're looking okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they're looking good.
Power lines have to be left in.
What's your feel on the sharpness of this? I mean, have I gotten my focus problem solved with the RP?
I would say.
Yeah, I think I do. Okay, this is absolutely going to be. That's going to be the image from that for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tag that one real quick. For sure, that's my image, 100%.
I dig it.
I dig it. There's no unnecessary blacks. There's no halos from sharpening. I think that looks really good. I'd love to see that properly printed. That could be really great. Cool. So there's one. This was another one. We wanted to get a good shot of this. It wasn't possible. But this is, or was once, the Radway hardware.
Or once was.
With a satellite dish pointing north, which makes no sense. And is now an Army surplus store. We both wanted to go in it.
What?
But it's
what is in polar orbit that they would want?
I have no idea. I'm gonna guess
What the hell is up there?
nothing. Unless it's a Wi-Fi dish.
It looks like it doesn't look like a normal L&B.
Yeah, that's why I say it could be a Wi-Fi dish.
But still,
Right? Like this is an image. This is a town image that I loved this spot. And I'm gonna hit it with that, and I'm gonna tag it and move on. But
yeah.
but it was such a neat little store in the middle of nowhere. This one,
a 3 and move on.
yeah. Exactly. Tequila 3, move on. All right, this one we definitely need to crop. We definitely need to straighten. It was challenging to shoot because I was staring at the sun.
I don't think we need both lanes.
Okay. All right. Yep. That's not straight, is it? Still.
Do your lens correction and it'll be straight.
That's already done.
Okay, we don't need...
Now, in terms of crop,
Ooh, that vignette. Go 16:9. Yeah.
I don't dislike the horribly patched road.
No, I think it adds.
Yeah, I do too. That van may disappear, but we'll worry about that in a minute.
Start with tequila.
Okay, before I do that, I want to pull some of these highlights down. Um,
Start with tequila and then darken it.
I think
Look at that sky. No, stop trying to make all of your pictures black and white, Greg.
I think sometimes they need it, and you can't tell unless you look.
The drama in that sky is awesome.
It just needs some love.
Yeah. Like we can brighten the buildings back up, but give it some darkness. No. I think the natural blue is where it's at, dude.
Yeah, it just needs to be brought into, needs to be managed a little bit, I think.
Yes.
And I think the temperature
You could
needs.
probably even put a radial in the center of it. I don't know if I like that, man. What it's doing to the cloud on the right.
Here? Oh, what, it's this cloud?
Yeah.
Let's pull. Where is it? Oh, those are all masters. Hold on. See, I think part of that is coming from.
Yeah.
See, it's washing out the bottom. That's where.
Well, we can paint that in and fix it.
Yeah, we can tweak that after.
But the drama of that cloud behind these buildings is the picture.
Do we need to start with tequila to do that? Let's go back to this. Let's do this. Let's take this from a.
Is this the same frame?
You take this from a different starting point. Yeah, it is.
Good night.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the right frame of this to be using. Let's just let's go back to all of the images here. Let me see if there's a better one to work from. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah, see? Something went hinky there. Because this and this together.
There we go. There we go.
Something was
Engage
hinky.
hero mode.
Yeah, something was a little hinky with that image. I don't know why it was that way. And why that went sideways, but it did.
Hello, dynamic range.
Yeah, now where is that dynamic range?
There it is.
There it is. All right, so that's the one. Let's create a copy of this one. Then let's...
When I do this, I will always flag these.
Yep.
Higher.
All right, so there's the 16 by 9. Let's balance to that there sidewalk. All right. Now,
Let's road and let's see if we can get the end of that antenna.
it's way above.
Nope. Yeah, it's too far.
It's a multi-element Yagi.
Yeah.
It's a multi-element Yagi. It's not going to be there. Okay. All right. So.
Greg, I know. Just click Angry Wilkinson to make me happy.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm working on that preset, so that's why I'm having you click on a bunch of stuff that I haven't shot.
So I think first and foremost, the actual shop fronts need to be isolated, masked and isolated, so that we can deal with them.
So you want to do the shops first and the sky last?
Not specifically.
Doesn't it always make sense to do the sky first and then brighten the things up to match it?
Well, no, because if monkeying with the sky involves global settings, then you're engaging global to undo them, and rather than do that, I would rather do a luminosity mask on the sky and work the sky first. So let's do it that way. Let's try it that way. Let's do a luminosity mask of the sky. Luminosities are great because you can isolate trees and buildings and wires by setting a luminosity that really is only met by that cloud and that sky. Right?
All right.
So we do that. We hit that. We'll go down. We'll range mask it by luminance. Let's isolate it and let's make it fairly hard. That'll help keep the trees out of the mask. And we can use the trees as a nice buffer.
Yeah.
Thusly.
I informed you thusly.
Yeah, I have to adjust that frame a tad because I noticed it's clipping the sky in the top corner.
It's up right there.
All right. Okay, so let's go back to this sky mask. So what do we do to make this sky better aside from simply...
Now pump blues.
What?
Call it done. And now pump blue. Call it done.
Actually, I was going to say take down the clarity.
Ooh.
And if you subtle the contrast and cool the temp a little bit, we might need to tweak this mask right here, right there, right there. And a little bit there. Does that sit a little better?
It's not my typical treatment, but I like it.
What's missing? Is it too flat?
Yeah, like it I think it took some of the drama of that one cloud out.
This one you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't want the drama of the cloud to override the buildings when we get to that step. I guess that's what I'm thinking.
All right, well, let's do the buildings and adjust cloud if needed.
All right, so that's that one. Let's now monkey with
Let's the building and the road as a single plane.
probably not a bad starting point, and then we can put a filter over the road if we need to modify it independently.
Yeah, we could put like a linear just over it.
And I will adjust the mask on the roof of this in a minute.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can't do something with the buildings themselves first. I think I do need to get in here, don't I?
Yeah. The mask on the right building is killing me.
Yeah.
This one wasn't that bad, but the one on the other building was brutal.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Again, hello pen tool.
Yeah. I mean, judicious use of small circles is not, an impossibility.
It's not impossible, but it's also not time practical.
Yeah, no, I know. Alt key, because I want to make sure this building is isolated. And shift click.
I would give all of my money for a cold beverage.
Well, why don't you go get one then? Don't you have minions? I mean, everybody should have minions, right?
Not at midnight 30, I don't.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alright. Now I know this one is murdering you, so let's... This is to me, this is the catharsis part of editing for me. A lot of people really struggle with editing. Particularly detail editing like this. This is something that, to me, this is how you get through a day. This is what makes things better.
How's Benjamin enjoying Lightroom?
He's getting used to it.
Why don't you minus what you're doing right now?
Get rid of the sidewalk?
Yeah, no, minus the grass that you're hovering over right now. Keep the sidewalk, but minus that grass all the way in front of the building.
Okay.
Slightly smaller brush, yeah. There, right over to the stoop. Now that we might find that to be a mistake, but
That's an easy mistake. Easy mistake to fix after the fact.
Yeah.
Because it does extend.
Yeah.
I think it just needs to be feathered in. That's my thinking. Is it just needs to be feathered in.
Okay, let's roll with it.
All right, well, let's get rid of that, and let's see now what we can do in here. I mean, already it's not terrible. But boy, this is a great opportunity for us to add some, a little bit of clarity. And
is there any way the tree that is in the center focus of this building that we can balance the color of it from top to bottom? Or
we
at least
can.
balance the tone somewhat?
We can, for sure.
It's difficult because the light's coming from behind.
Right, and naturally the top is brighter. What we would do, if one were to do that, is one would create another mask. That just,
I like the way those buildings look just like that.
That just hits the tree. And then give it a little bit of love. So that it's a little straighter and a little smoother.
Yeah. It's less vexing for sure, like that.
Yeah. And then looking at the whole image as he slides over to the loop deck. I can pull those.
Oh, yeah. Right there for a sec. Let me get the stream caught up so I can see it.
It's not terrible there.
Greg, I think there's too much street at the bottom.
I agree.
I think the vein on the right has got to go.
What if we try first, before we do that? What if we try first just pulling that street down a bit? Because the other thing we could do is in that street, just desaturate it a bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Leia met the cat and got tuned in.
Oh, she did she? Did she get swatted? Ooh. What do you think?
Like that.
What?
Well, we're talking about picture. We're editing. Wonder if they're gonna take her when they move.
I don't know. They're almost done. See her running away.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah.
We've got to lose one of the two minivans. My vote is for the one beside the old building.
You're thinking that one?
Yeah, that's got to go.
Ooh, that's going to be a tricky removal.
Well, let's start with a modification to the crop, Greg.
Well, let's just try this first.
Oh my god, this is going to be nuts.
Hold on, though. Hold on. It always sounds crazy until you start to... Like it can be done. I've made half of it disappear. No.
It kind of wasn't that bad, dude.
What's that?
Do that again. Redo that.
It could be right. It could be right.
I think it's Control Shift Z will redo that crop. That's the last action.
Hold on.
It won't do it now.
No, I know.
A little bit to the right.
This is the stupidest thing ever.
Right there. Oh no, it's got a little bit of the tail light of the other truck. You got to pull it.
Yeah, but you see, it's super duper easy to fix that.
Okay, now go to the main image. Like zoom back out. And adjust the crop of the image. Is that okay? Let's have a look. I think that did it.
I mean, it does what you're after. It does what you're after. For sure. I mean, this is I mean, we're really getting down and dirty, right? Like, it really is. I still think the right answer for the road is to treat it as an independent segment.
We have to be careful though, because the shadow of the building doesn't match up with the line of the sidewalk, right?
Right. But what I think we do is we take that section, we just darken it a little more, and then we pull some of that clarity out so that it's not so and now it's much more subtle in the foreground, right?
Yeah, I like that.
And if we look, side by side, right?
It's night and day.
I mean, this is absolutely night and day. Yeah, I just.
What do you think? Let me see Phil's again. Yeah, dude, I like it. I don't know where you are on it, but I really like it.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I like where that's at. Like, I'm gonna flag it. I'm not gonna work on it more. I mean, I'm shooting straight into the sun. Like, yeah. I'm amazed that I got this much out of it. I'm amazed that I got me not in the photo. Right? Because I'm not here. I don't even think my car made it in here.
Brand new coolers are there.
Yeah.
Phil's Coolers.
Yeah, at Phil's Stop and Shop. I was actually, the reason there's this hot spot is there was a white building behind me, and I'm leaning against my white car right here. And that's where that hot spot was coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's more to pull.
No, I think it's done.
It's low contrast. I mean, we could maybe get more grid out of that paint, but I don't think that achieves the goals of the image at all.
If it was just a picture of that building, then yeah, that's what you'd want to do.
Yeah. This hotel, I'm not going to hold a whole lot of hope for this. Let me just say that, like, right off the top.
Yeah.
We've got some really odd color stuff happening on the paint. We've got crazy sunlight. We've got crazy angles and distortion. Is this going to be a tequila and walk away? As it so often is in life.
No. Martini.
Martini. I mean, martini might be a good starting point.
Buddy, this is danger.
Ooh.
You're gonna spend 45 minutes on this picture and be like, eh.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
This is a time waster.
Potentially. Yeah, potentially. But it would be nice to know, can it be made compositionally to suck less? I don't believe it can. Like, I don't. I think you can hit the whites into the ground, highlights in the ground, shadows to the max.
Hit black and white.
And then bang, hit black and white. And then go to the bottom and go smash the blue and pump the saturation. And
now paint the building and raise the exposure of the building by a stop or two.
Purple to... Oh. A lot of purple in that.
Dude, paint the building, raise it by 2 stops.
Let's just see if anything can come of that first.
That's 1 stop.
Before I do anything to worry about. I wanna get some fucking whites in there. Some highlights.
It's still bad.
Yeah, it's just big and muddy, eh?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think there's a whole lot you can do to make this not suck. I wished you could. But it's a ginormic monolith of ick. I mean, I'd like for it to have a shot. But I think this is one of those incredibly low contrast positions where it's just unlikely that you can make anything survive. Without really getting in. I mean, it's like, it doesn't matter what it is. It looks like a serial killer's house. And this tree, like, there's so much evil up here in this tree.
Stop working on this photo.
Yeah. Like, that's all.
Walk away.
That's coming from Martini. That's Martini.
Stop it.
What is that going on in there?
Well, walk away.
Perfect. Love it. Just like that.
Bingo.
How about we just do the unpick? That's the easiest. Unpick. All right. Well, last one of the crowd. Well, almost the last one of the crowd. This little guy screams square to me. It just screams square crop.
This screams Instagram to me.
It kind of does.
Because at the end of the day, there is no removing the fucking trailer park from behind it.
No, but I mean, maybe that's part of its charm, right?
Hit it with Guinness.
This side of the door is so white. I mean, so is parking for Confederates only. I mean, that's pretty white too, but
Oh, pisses me off.
it's again it's this.
Especially considering we all know that's not the Confederate flag.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That stuff pisses me off.
It's just rural Alberta redneck racism. I mean, we see it all the time. It just is what it is. I mean, this is one that's just sort of like smash the clarity and add a bunch of texture and then
Yeah.
I want
Put all of the grime into it. And
yeah. Like grimy the hell out of it. Maybe give that sign a little bit more brightness just because it looks like it could be interesting with some love. But I don't.
I'd love to do a challenge with you that involves a picture that has a sign or something that's difficult to read, and then take a picture of the sign and modify it in Photoshop so that you're forced to use Photoshop skills.
Well, maybe we could do that.
That's a good plan. Great.
Well, that almost brought a little more of the legibility to it. Oh, it's so close. I don't think it's doable, though. Like it gives it a little more perk. Can I bring down that trailer, do you think? Can we just drop its intensity a little bit and get any value out of that?
Probably, but will it be significant? Is
I mean,
what I'm saying.
I mean, it certainly all depends, right? But if we do a little hocus pocus, and then luminosity it, just so that we can get some of that white out of there. I mean, there was entirely too much white in this town, but for a nice change, we didn't see neo-Nazi shit scrawled everywhere, which is something that we tend to see in these small towns. This one was not so bad.
You know why? So you don't see a lot of universities in small towns.
While I don't disagree, it sounds horrible.
Oh man, I've done it now.
What did you do?
I have a ridiculous mouse.
A ridiculous mouse?
Yeah, it's got all of these buttons on it.
Oh.
and it will randomly, because I've got so many things set up
Right.
that it will.
I think that
commonly
helps.
just
I think
screw
that
the
helps it a
pooch.
bit. I still don't think it's great, but I think it helps. I'm going to put a rating on it, and I'm moving on. I don't think it can be better. Whoa. Well, gee, that's not a bad start right there. Let's I mean, I don't know if there's a whole lot to perk up here. Boy, oh boy. It's just a big storm, right? So that's just a big storm. I think I can make that go away. All right. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how you make that more. Saturate the blues and punch the greens and take down some of the yellows and some of the oranges. That's kind of it. I think this is one of those. It's just going to be what it's going to be. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a picture of a big storm.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Pictures
I'm
from
just
the side of
gonna.
the road.
I'm just gonna crop this real quick, and then I'm gonna. I'm gonna call it what it is. 2 stars.
Done. Yeah.
I'm gonna call it what it is. 2 stars. Have I got a machine that's making wobbling noises, or is that you?
I think that it's you. I don't think that it's me.
No, it's definitely somewhere here. I have a new fan sound. It could be my fridge.
Wow, I have been fucking falling down on the comments, sir.
That's okay, man.
Well, I had the video maximized, so because I was helping with the edit, and I didn't pop the chat out. So, hello, Chris and Andrew.
It's an alarm klaxon on the TV upstairs that my wife is watching.
Ah, well, there is
Is there
that.
an alarm going on that? Okay, I thought it was one of the fans down here burning out. Hey, you know what, Luke?
Yo,
I'm just going to put it back here.
I spilled something on my shirt.
You can feel free to comment on that. I've marked it 2 stars, but I got to pee.
I think the best thing that I can say about the 2 stars for this one is that you tend towards generosity when it comes to your own work. Because that sucks. It looks like somebody put poop in the sky. What do you think, Cohen?
Now, I will
Too
say
bad he
this.
took it off the one I want to I want to show. I want to show this.
So
I want to talk to you about that, Greg.
So that is, I don't know what that is. Just FYI, I marked it 2 stars. I'm unmarking it 2 stars. Giving it 1 star is like giving you a ribbon for losing. And 2 stars is basically the same. And it's not worth 2 stars. So talk to me about whatever that is.
Well, it is currently on a million fucking monitors, and I'm just trying to sort my business out here. Because I was in edit your photos mode, not edit my photos mode. So, all right, here we go.
I mean, okay.
So this...
And focus on my end is bad, but it's also the focus on your interface is bad.
Yeah.
And this is thank you to well, this is Google Hangouts or chats or whatever. Luke and I still have to figure out a way for him to be able to send me a desktop at full res that I can integrate as a video source. We got an idea. He tried it. I wasn't here, but I think it'll work.
So we've got this one. It's cannabis.
I actually don't hate that image. Bullshit, you were not on the moon. Nice try.
Yeah, dude, I absolutely was on the moon.
Yeah. Right. Whatever, Neil Armstrong.
I've got that. I've got some a large drug bust. And what's interesting about this photo, it's a drug bust.
In front of the courthouse.
Yeah.
Well, so nobody ever accused most drug dealers of being all that swift.
All right. And I've got this one, which I think has got legs.
Maybe.
And then these two.
Trickier. No.
Very trickier.
That one's a no. First one I think would be a maybe. What's going on at the end there? Hit it with that. You've got my pack, right? Try the North Borders one.
No. I do not have your pack. But I saw this.
Okay, so do that. Bring your shadows and your blacks up and drop your highlights. Yeah, your highlights are already down. Bring your blacks up a little bit. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Needs a crop. I go 4-5. Go 4-5, 8-10.
What does it want? That?
Go 4-5, 8-10.
It's in 4-5.
Oh, there you go. 4-5, 8-10. Yeah.
I did that manually, Greg.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
So you know.
I saw that. It feels crooked. I don't think it is, but it feels it.
Let's take a gander here.
Is there some weight on the right side that's doing that?
This is higher. It's an asymmetrical road.
Yeah.
But the image itself, like if we line up to the spire.
No, it looks okay. You doing your mouse trick again?
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
I'm not gonna go with that crop. Okay, that one's better. Is there anything going on in there? Like, is there anything to call out?
No. See, this was a scouting shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But usually there's a flag on this. This is the GO station.
Clearly that's a thing.
I agree with you, Chris. The sidewalks are like they're asymmetrical.
Hey, Chris is there. You didn't tell me Chris was there. Did you not notice until just now?
No, I've been talking to Chris for hours.
Has he been shouting at you and you're not relaying that?
Yeah. When Chris gives you shit, I pass it on immediately. When he gives me shit, I just...
You just sit on it.
This is bugging me.
It's because you've pulled down your highlights so far that you've taken the white point and basically shifted it to gray. So the only way to undo that is to bring your highlights back up. Yeah. And I don't think it's wrong necessarily to have blown out highlights, especially in a scene like this. Chris will probably, I'm going to guess he'll agree that not everything needs to fall from 0 to 255. Like, it is okay to max out from time to time if it's a spot that won't have any detail anyway.
Yeah, well, there gives you the where is blown out.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more dark that's going, but not that much.
Yeah.
I think I could have got a better version of this image. I think the
Change your color
down.
temp. Move your color temperature and bias it to blue. See if that buys you anything. Yeah, I wouldn't muck with the tint much. Go down to your masters. Remember, you're just balancing luminance there. You're not looking at
I'm
sat.
trying to get this stuff here.
I'm thinking go down to your masters, your calibration. Do you have calibration, right? I think in 6.
I don't know. Yeah. Kind of getting these streetlights. Do what I want.
Because if you push your blues toward blue and away from green and aqua,
Sort of the opposite of what I want. I want.
Is that coming from your
aqua in the lights?
Yeah, is that coming from your greens though? Reds do weird stuff in that landscape too. Yeah, it's a little all or nothing. The color is so baked in.
Yeah.
I think often you go to HSL and you pull out the reds and the greens from there and you push the blues, and that can help shift that balance, but I don't know if you can. I mean, in the context of some of your earlier feedback, walk away is probably the right answer. But I'd like to see what you could pull out of it.
Helped up there. It just, there isn't.
Okay, here's another step you can take it. Put a radial on the middle of that scene.
Just all right. I'll throw a radial on it.
Just saying,
I'm done with it.
Try a vertical radial filter. A little shorter than that and a little wider. Wider. Okay, stop. Go a little taller. Or shift it down, even more so. Shift it down a little bit. Yeah, like that. Now, where it says down at the bottom, click on invert mask. Okay, now you start pushing your exposure around. So you kind of pulling it out of your butt a little bit, but
I have no like this wasn't this like if I turn around,
there was a much better photograph.
I was taking this photograph.
Yeah, I mean with that one,
and I had to walk away and saw that photograph, and I was like, all right, well, snap. Like I didn't think for it. It was.
That's not a total bag of ass. I mean, it's not your best shot, but it's not a total bag of ass. It's moody. It's vibing.
It's over.
Yeah, but I mean, you took it to a place, right?
Yeah.
Go back to that drug bust one. No, go back to the cannabis shop one. Yeah.
This is the other thing I came up with.
I think the one we just did is better.
Me too. Cannabis. I also have.
Ooh, what's the... No, go back one.
That one's this one?
Yeah, what's that?
I already edited that one.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's
but
better.
It was... boom. It looked like that. I got that one too. Super clear on my screen, but
yeah, Luke was saying, trying a square crop on that might have worked too. Yeah, shooting from low down would have helped, but yeah, I think it was sort of too far past that, Chris.
Yeah.
It was just not there. Oh yeah, that's a okay, so yeah, let's see what you did of the sky here. Super curious. Okay, double click into that. You got some Milky Way in there.
Yeah.
Okay, what zoom back in. Sure, right there. Okay, I want to see how well the sharpness. How sharp is it? It's tough to tell on the screen, like on the cast.
If you go, I think to because you're HD on the cast, but
but I'm getting like 480 from you.
Yeah,
it's tricky to say. I was gonna say, is that Andromeda?
Yeah.
Click in and zoom on that. That's not Andromeda.
Facing south.
That's not Andromeda.
No, Andromeda's over on this side.
Yeah, no, that's a cluster. It's a cluster. Nice little star forming region.
These are the city glow of Toronto. That's pointed in the other direction.
Yeah, from Kawartha. 300 kilometers away.
This bump right here is Barrie.
Yeah.
So that's Barrie.
Yeah.
That's Toronto.
Yeah, well, Toronto's a big sky polluting misery.
It's a nightmare.
Um,
This is at midnight.
yeah. So what was the exposure time on that?
15 seconds.
15. What focal length?
It was
That
15
has to be
seconds.
that has to be 100 or better.
5.6, 55 millimeters.
55. So yeah, so 80 millimeter equivalent. So nearly 100 mil. Okay, so your max exposure on that lens would be 8 seconds, give or take.
Yeah.
6 to 8
But
seconds.
8 seconds is black. So
At what ISO? At what ISO?
This image is at 6400 ISO, and I shoot a T6i, Greg. I don't have. I can't shoot above 6400. I certainly can't shoot stars above 6400.
Well, you can, but you have to learn to stack. Stacking will take all of that noise out.
For sure.
It is a learning curve.
Yeah.
You'd have done better clearly pointing to the north. Is that Cassiopeia I see? Right above in the middle there? That looks like Cass. Yeah, that looks like Cassiopeia. A weird position. No, that can't be Cass. It's too high.
I'm much farther south than you.
Yeah. I mean, it could be Cass, I guess. I don't know how high up Cass is right now. And if it's later, it'll be higher.
I expected zero things from this. This is the first time I've taken pictures of stars.
Are the lights on land stable?
Yes.
They're all tack sharp?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, like 6400, you can go to 12.8 and drag it out with some stacking. For sure you can. This is one of the few times where I truly believe picking up for yourself. Now, just so you know, if you get in and start playing with those images, you can pull an amazing amount out. And I don't mean teasing. I mean, you can really bring a lot out in those images. I have not yet shot any night images with the new body. That's something I need to do.
That would absolutely be
I'm super duper waiting for somebody to move to Warner, Alberta, and let me know how dark the sky is there, so that when I come and I park and I camp in his driveway, that I'll have, an option. And you're right. Yeah, it is super duper hard to see with potato vision. Yeah, like shooting on a Rokinon.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
Chris.
That is a serious pile of shit at night. Your T6i is way better.
Yeah, but that's the goal. So I don't know how much I want to give a fuck about star photography, because if that's the goal,
then you just won't be doing any star photography.
Right. So how much invested do I want to be in it?
Well, here, hold on. If we want to play that game, here, you show him yours, and I'll show him mine.
Aww.
So where's yours? There you go. Look at that. Fancy pants. But look, mine has a dial.
Mine does not have a dial.
My dial came from China.
My dial also came, I think mine came from Sri Lanka or wherever the fuck this thing is.
Yeah, and this is so that's my backseat camera.
Hey,
that's the emergency camera.
Greg, you think you got a badass camera?
And this is my full time now.
Boom.
This is my full time now. Yeah, I know that D40's slick.
Monster.
Yeah, so that's the full time.
Did I tell you that I picked up?
Oh, you finally developed that 120 roll, and the barn is gone.
Did I
Oh,
tell you that I picked
Chris.
up one of these, Greg?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, nice.
An assembly required.
Yeah, they're all like that, man. They're all like that.
Notice how I didn't freak out when I dropped it on my desk.
Yeah. No, like I really like the 6D. I'm really happy with it as a body, even though it's 20.6 megapixels or whatever. It's a great camera, and it's a solid camera. Yeah, it's one digic level behind the 5D Mark III. It's the same processor as the 5D Mark II. It's a workhorse, and if it's pissing rain, this is what I pull out.
Yeah.
Because if it dies, I'm okay. Because SD cards are waterproof.
Yeah.
And I had fun rebuilding it. And it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. These can be had for $300 or $400, needing a little love. Back screen cover, $8, $12. Dial, $13.
Yeah.
And then 3 hours of 45 screws to tear them apart. And that's okay. That's totally okay. So, my question to you, Luke, is this. We have not set next week's challenges yet.
Yeah, as long as it's not astrophotography, I'm in for almost anything.
Well, I think we both agreed on about one thing. We were getting a little too specific. And I think what we need to do is go with topics that have a little more latitude. And I think we have to get... Yeah, we need more latitude, and we need to care less about how accurately we hit the mark.
Sure.
And I think focusing on things like a little bit of creativity, a little bit of composition, a little bit of editing make more sense than trying to pigeonhole ourselves into an unnecessarily complicated topic.
For sure.
I
think the original thought was, hey, let's pick something that'll make us better.
Yeah.
At stuff. That's stupid.
Well, I think the better will come from simply repetition and being forced to go shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm much more inclined to say nighttime as a topic rather than, signage. or, or
yeah, but we're gonna run it. It's got to be a little specific so that there is some diversity. But I think signage is fine.
I think being less specific will give us more diversity.
All right.
And I think part of that is we were trying to create topics that would get us to be shooting similar things to see who could treat the similar things better, as opposed to stone, which could be a house, it could be a fence, it could be a mountain, it could be a whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of deciding that one of us did stone better, who made the better picture?
Yeah.
I think that's where we need to go. So
that no matter what, next week, I'm going to say that I think I did stone better.
Well, of course you are.
Yeah.
Which is why stone
I'm pompous.
Stone won't be the topic then. Okay, so image 1 will be taken while jogging. Number 2 will be bakeries.
Number 3 will be boats.
So, yeah, I mean,
Number 4 will be ships.
yeah.
And number 5 will be fishing.
And number 6 will be Northern Lights. Number 7 will be Nebula.
Yeah.
Number 8 will be comets.
I can get comets.
Yeah. No, not the car.
Oh.
So, in terms of next time round, and I think we should have an open. I think we should have two guided topics and an open. And maybe we just do that. We do 2 plus an open every week. And we don't do tiebreakers because fuck tiebreakers. If we tie, I am happy to tie.
We both suck.
There does not have to be a winner. Sorry. I've been watching a lot of the Olympics the last few weeks. There doesn't have to be a loser for everyone to win.
Ugh.
Isn't that great?
Are you referring to the hey, let's share this gold medal?
No, it's Usain Bolt in a Peloton ad.
Yeah.
Right? I used to run my races looking left and right to make sure I was alone. But with Peloton, I know we don't have to be a loser to win. I was like, shut up, Usain Bolt. You're the fastest motherfucker alive. Shut up. Shut up.
The dude from Canada was on his heels.
DeGrasse was absolutely on his heels. And he won it not quite at a Usain Bolt time, but he'd have been there if Bolt looked to the right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But if you really watch that race,
Yeah.
Bolt stopped running.
He did.
2/3 of the way into that race.
He totally did. And DeGrasse was still, he was coming down off the top of the mountain already.
Yeah.
But he was running still a lot harder. And when he looked over and Bolt looked over and saw him, there was that moment like, oh shit. Like this kid might catch me next time. I think I'm gonna retire. And then he retired. But it was awesome because DeGrasse actually did that look for Bolt at the end of that first heat when he blew everybody away. And somebody posted an image of him just sort of glancing to the side. And then it said, hey, DeGrasse, who you looking for? And Usain Bolt replied with a picture of him looking the other direction. Right? I'm like, the guy's got class. He's got mad class. He really did. He had mad class. Oh, topics. Long exposure. Well, we did light trails once. Yeah. Ultra wide angle, as wide as you can go. Unfortunately, Luke will always need
80
to go...
80 millimeters.
Luke will need to go 8 degrees wider. I still haven't tried the 10 to 18 on the RP. I gotta do that. I think it crops and it basically turns it into a crop sensor camera. So I probably won't do that.
Here, I have a fucking challenge for you. We both buy the same $130 anamorphic lens off Amazon and try and get one picture that doesn't suck ass with it.
It depends on the lens, but I'd probably go for it. We'd have to find one that we could actually mount, though.
Yeah, there's one I saw. It was...
but I mean,
I'll send you the link, but it's bad. It's bad.
I don't mind going back to some of that crazy glass, because it did some cool stuff. Like, back in the day, we called it creative. Character? Yeah. Yeah, we called it character. I wanted to buy it.
So what are our two gonna be?
Okay. What are our two gonna be that are wide open, easy to have flexible interpretation? Ben, we're trying to come up with wide open, easy to interpret, lots of flexibility topics. I don't know. Okay, he's running away. Let's see. Like, I don't mind long exposure again.
Yeah, I liked it.
I'm cool with long exposure.
Ow.
Okay, yeah, let's go long exposure because you just got yourself some ND filters.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go long exposure. And again, what it's long exposure of, don't care. Don't care if it's at night. Don't care if it's during the day. Don't care if it's of clouds or if it's of water. Or if it's of birds or if it's of I don't know.
Light trails during the day, whatever.
Whatever. You don't get light trails during the day.
I know.
But you can make traffic disappear. That's pretty cool. And you can take a picture of the high-level bridge from the bridge with no cars on it. It is trippy. Go. So long exposure. Number 2. Do we want to do something silly like gardens or...
Well, I live 10 minutes from the Royal Botanical Gardens, so...
Well, that's a garden. I
don't really want to do that.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Typically, I use Photoshop to make people and cars disappear, though.
That's not an answer. I don't want photoshopped images. I don't want digital art.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want a deviant art account to be contributing images. Yeah, because then next you're gonna say Blender is acceptable. Oh, I didn't like the person that was in the shot of the photograph, so I removed them in Photoshop and I replaced them with a 3D rendered.
Like an 800-pound gorilla and a donut.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go animals at this point.
Dude, a Blender challenge would be fun. Are you any good at Blender?
No, Blender is for people who can't take photographs.
Blender's great. What are you talking about?
No. Blender's fine. Blender's fine if you're Chris Carter and making an Aphex Twin video.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do an Aphex Twin video.
Oh. How about the moon?
The moon. Oh, Jesus. The moon could be tricky. Wait, hold on. I'd love for you to say, let's make it the moon, but this week is a new moon. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect. That'd be hilarious. Okay. August 7th, new moon.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah. I can totally take an image of the moon tonight. I'll just take a picture of my feet because the moon's right over there.
Let's call it waning gibbous.
No, it'd be waxing.
Yeah, waxing is coming on. Yeah, because
it was
new yesterday.
Wax on, wane off.
Yeah.
Daniel-san. Somebody needs to go watch some more Karate Kid.
There you go. Chris Cohen came in with the
Did he come in
reflection.
Clutch? He came in clutch?
Reflection.
Oh, reflection. I love that. Great idea, Chris.
Circular polarizers too.
I will do a portrait of Chris looking back on his life and wondering where he failed.
Also, totally black image. Chris Cohen looking back on his life with the memory, black image. Luke's funny.
Chris, you have my permission to say or do whatever you'd like to Luke at this moment. I suppose, or me, because we both gave you that one. I know I don't want to look back. But I like reflections. Like, that's a good one. And then the third one is an open. It's a make something that is awesome. I love how he puts an ND filter up on an auto exposure camera.
That's right. I have auto exposure turned off.
2 stops didn't help. Okay.
That was the polarizer. Here, let's actually see if it's an auto exposure. It is.
It's auto exposure. There you go. Didn't help. Yeah, bad Luke. Bad Luke. You know, when you turn just ever so slightly to the side like that, you've got a very Ace Ventura look going on.
Want to see my comb? Want to see me comb my hair really, really fast? Wah, wah, wah.
Hoo-ah, ha, huh. Everybody likes Johnny Bravo. Everybody. All right, man.
So
we go long exposure reflections and something open, and we're gonna do that when?
Dude, it's the 8th.
Week Wednesday. 10 days. Week Wednesday.
Well, you think you can get shoot tomorrow, the next day, or the next day?
Yeah, I could do this before then.
Okay, then the 11th.
Okay, Wednesday. All right,
Chris, take these pictures and submit them. Send them to Greg.
Send them in. Send us an email with your 3 if you want, Chris. I know you're busy doing school shit and stuff and getting ready to move, but
don't do it.
These are 3 images you could pull off in your house.
Yeah. Long exposure.
Dust off the S1. Dust off the S1 and get a few frames.
Yeah. Have you got a film camera?
He must. Well, I know he's got the TLR.
I'm talking to you.
Me? I don't right now. I have a Brownie Hawkeye around here. It's either on that shelf or it's on that shelf somewhere.
Because that's an inbound challenge.
Oh yeah, film for sure. But I've got to get myself a film camera. I'm really struggling because I really like the idea of picking up an old Rolleiflex like Chris got, an old TLR. But you can pick up 645s right now for crazy cheap. Or a Bronica GX or something like that for a really good dollar. And if I'm going to buy a film camera, I think I want to go to medium format. So that's kind of where I'm going. Ooh. I know what he thinks he's doing. I think he thinks he wants to see the moon. Probably because he just needs to go pee. Which means it's going to be 10 minutes. Or more. Unless he's using the bucket at his desk again. I don't know. Oh, you're in Warner? Chris, if you can, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Ben's going to shoot his stuff. Then we have 4. I am so stupidly happy with this thing, man. I'm so glad I finally just said, screw it. And I went and jumped on this camera. It fixed my focus problems for me, and made me excited about shooting again. I was saying earlier in the cast that I have already wrapped the first set of file numbers, and I'm starting over at 0001. It absolutely reinvigorated my desire to shoot. I have shot more photos this year Well, I've shot more photos this year than I think I shot the entire year before. This year I have put, how many have I put together here? Let me see. I have put together, yeah, 2,200 frames that I haven't deleted this year. And I shot a total of 1,100 in 2021. So I've doubled the number of frames I've shot this year. And I'm only halfway through. So I've got, I actually picked up two. I've got the 17 to 40 f4 and the 24 to 105. And my next step is, the next one I'm looking for is either the 70 to 300 f4 DO, or a 70 to 200 L f4L. I tried the DO. It's not bad, but it is really loud, and the image stabilization on it sounds like a Mack truck backing in. It feels like, and I'm concerned. The reason I'm concerned is because I think it's going to really hammer batteries, and that's one of the weak spots of these, is the batteries fucking burn out in, I don't know.
They take LP17s, right?
They do, and I've got two spares. And the aftermarket ones don't show you the power.
Right.
They're 100% battery until they go boop, and they're gone. And it literally is, you'll be just like, click, 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 and the camera will power off. It's like, oh, okay, battery's dead. Walk back to bag, get out battery. But I've got,
that does save you $100 a battery.
$100 a battery, and this charger runs off my lighter socket with a magnetic charger cord, and will charge in about an hour. So when I'm on the go, no problem. I have now put, Chris, almost 3,000 kilometers on the car in the last 4 weeks, just going out shooting. It's been 300 to 500 kilometers a weekend. Just getting out of town and going shooting. So,
what's your shittiest camera?
60.
No, like your shittiest camera.
The Logitech right here.
Your shittiest handheld camera.
A Huawei P20. I don't have another camera, Luke. I know a dude who's gonna send something so that we can have a point and shoot competition. Has that got a manual focus option? Is that manual focus or aperture control?
Aperture control.
Shut up.
Want me to throw one of these in too?
Yeah, if you've got several. Oh my god. Is that like 12?
This is all I could pick up with one hand.
Is that like 12 megapixels or something?
Yeah.
Yeah? Just a little banging 12 megapixel. We'll send a couple and I'll give one to Chris, and we'll do a competition with those.
They're great little guys.
Do they all work?
Also got every one of them.
Oh my god. Yeah, fire one in the box. Fire one in the box.
I've got
Did you guys just hit the jackpot? I'm getting Xbox Live game notifications on my screen, and I'm just sitting here. They must. Did you guys just get an achievement? My kid must be playing with my wife upstairs. Okay. Oh yeah, now we're going down the list of mini cameras that Luke has. Wait, does that little power shot record video too? Is it a little 1080p?
It's a 12 megapixels, so it's 720p.
It's only 720. Okay.
If you want 1080p,
Well, the Pentax does that. The Pentax does that, doesn't it?
I think the Pentax does it.
Yeah.
I've got these guys.
No, that'll be fine. Pentax will be fine.
Which is the 710. I've got 2 or 3 of them coming to you. These guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those guys are fine. Chris is right. Use that little 12 megapixel to shoot 720p of the moon. Then take the frames and stack the frames from the video.
Yeah.
You can absolutely do that.
And the cool thing is I've got so many of them. All I have to do is fashion some sort of rail. Like a rail.
A Matrix bullet time rail.
Sort of. Like Chris and I were sort of talking about this, right? And have them all focused on the moon and then just go along and go boop, 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 and record 720p video for fucking a minute.
Yeah.
And then take all of them, convert them all to frames, and then stack them all from all of the cameras.
Yeah. Ben, are you playing zombie games? I keep getting Xbox game notifications popping up in Windows. So somebody's playing Xbox on my account right now and getting major achievements, and I don't know why. It's got to be Ben. Ben's got to be playing Xbox. Yeah. You're playing Xbox. Okay. Lynn's playing Xbox. I'll keep that as a win. All right, we have our challenge for next week, for Wednesday.
Cool.
We're good. We know what we're doing. Chris, I hope the move is going well and things are progressing. That's awesome.
Exactly, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have 6 cameras, or have 5 cameras, and have them shoot a fucking each a stop.
Oh, just think, you'll be able to stack the images and then create horribly tone mapped HDR images that you can post on Flickr. And all of the people who take pictures from their dude, we have to create a website. We have to create an app.
Okay.
A photo sharing website app thing that screenshots from fucking Second Life are not allowed. And no rendered imagery, and no TikToks, and no vertical videos, and none of the bullshit.
Are we going to call this website crankyoldfuck.com?
Crankyoldfuckwithcablerelease.com. Yeah. That's what we should do. That's exactly what we should do.
So you're saying that we should create a social media app for people that fucking hate social media?
No, that hate the fact... No, for photographers who hate TikTok.
All right.
Chris, I just registered it. Done.
Crankyoldfucks.com. What we need to do is we need to get the 3 of us and shoot just like a face-on portrait of all 3 of us standing somewhere, and have crankyoldfucks.com, and it only loads that one photo.
And that's all it does.
We'll buy the domain for 10 years, and I'll host it.
And then after 5 seconds, the picture just goes black.
Yeah.
And then if you have cookies turned on, you'll never see it again.
There you go. Or it could be a four-page website, and all that it does is it's that picture, and you can click on either Chris, Greg, or myself, and it will bring up a sub-page of all the things that are pissing us off.
Just a rant page?
Yeah. No, not a rant page, a list.
Oh, a list.
Like a non-editorial, just I'm pissed about people under 20, people over 20, people with hair, people with no hair.
People that think Phantom Menace was the first Star Wars movie.
I think that that's sort of universal. We don't need to
It's
mention
not. It is not universal.
Have you ever had somebody tell you that they were born in 2000 and?
Yeah.
I was born in 2000 and.
Yeah. 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 Chris's page just says F7U. Ship me a box. We need to do that. We need to do that challenge. Ship me a box.
It's not a bad.
No,
camera,
I
dude.
know. Ship me a box. We need to do that challenge.
All right, send me the money for the box because I'm broke.
How much is the box? Tell me how much it's going to cost to ship out.
All right, I'll find out.
Figure out what it'll cost to ship out and let me know.
Let me see what I've actually got in the box right now.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Tell me what's in the box. What box is that?
The box I'm sending you.
Oh. You gotta untape it all?
Yeah, I forgot what I put in here. But if I'm gonna put more stuff in, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, so far, I got 2 of these guys for Max.
Okay.
I've got 2 of these guys in race
Orange.
car orange and badass black.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put, I guess, 1 or 2 of those in there.
There you go, Chris. I'll get you one of those.
I guess I'll put 1 of these in there.
Well, don't break them before they get in the box.
Got it. They came to me in a Tupperware bin.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cameras in this box.
Chris, you should have seen him the day he got this load. It was redonkulous. The pictures he was posting. He got a lot sale of miscellaneous cameras. It was ludicrous.
It was stupid. It was absolutely fucking stupid.
Tell me you're selling some more.
Oh, dude. Have
you made your money back now?
I've made my money back.
Okay.
And I've got 35 cameras left to sell. I've got the 6D to send away.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to open it up. I'm going to have somebody
send it to
at
Henry's.
They're going to tell me what's
Henry's
wrong with it,
and say
they'll
if
send
it's
it back and I'll fix it.
if it's under $400, have them do it, and then it's warranted.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you get a 6D for $400. Like, seriously.
I just have warranty because I'll probably sell it. Because honestly, if I can get a 60 for $400, I might sell the T6, put it with that 400 and some other that I've got saved up, and buy. By an R. Sorry.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I am happy with it. I am very, very happy with it. In a perfect world, it would be an R5. But
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get that.
there's
out of it,
a
but,
lot more money into an R5, and I'm not there yet. If I can sell enough images to get to an R5, I will. But that means I have to actually work at selling images, and I just don't feel like doing that. It's not impossible to sell them. Like, it's easy to sell them. I just don't want to.
See, this is what I have done is in the attempt to sell images. I opened a Twitter account with Fatso Photo, and I followed all the local newspapers so that if I ever get something, I can just, hey, message me for high quality.
Yeah.
What do they spend out there? Like $125?
Front page on the
$100?
journal is $150. Inside page is $75.
Not bad.
And it's non-exclusive use. So
so they don't buy the image; they just license it.
They license it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. They license
So that's
cool beans.
That's what's in there.
Yeah. Let me know, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
All right, man.
These cameras, dude.
Yeah.
I'm selling them for $45 plus $20 for batteries.
Yeah.
And I've sold like $400 worth of these fucking
Nice. That's awesome. That's the way to do it.
Or they try and get you to donate the image, yeah.
I've never had that Fernal or the Sun. View Weekly wanted me to donate it. And then they ended up giving me $100 and a photo credit. When I said, nah, it's okay, thanks. You make money on your paper. You can pay for it.
Yeah.
Right, they pay a photographer who didn't make it to the scene. I shot the photo. Pay me.
Seems legit.
Real simple. So, anyway. Okay, so that sounds good. Wednesday, we got a competition.
See you on Wednesday.
And Chris, thanks for popping in and saying hi. All right. Till next time. That was the show. This is so weird.
I know, right?
It's so weird.
It's a really good fucking picture of that barn, dude.
Yeah,
I like the picture you did of the other side of it.
Me too. We all three of us did a really good job on that.
Yeah.
You too, Chris. All right.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right. Cheers.